Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
Welcome into Golf Central. I'm Matt Adams. It is a huge week in golf with multiple majors on offer and open qualifying spots available. 1 at the John Deere Classic on the PGA Tour and 3 at the Scottish Open on the European Tour. Here is a look at golf from around the globe, including the Aberdeen Asset Management Scottish Open from the Dundonald Links there, the Senior Players Championship in Caves Valley, the John Deere Classic, of course, at TPC Deere Run, and the U.S. Women's Open at Bedminster. Let's take you out to Di Doherty, who's with us from Scotland.
Thank you very much, Matt. Yes, we are here at beautiful Dundonald Links on the Ayrshire coastline, just down the road from Royal Troon, which of course hosted the Open Championship last year, and nearby to Prestwick, which hosted the first ever Open Championship. 4 of the world's top 10 playing this week, 3 of which are grouped together tomorrow. Ricky Fowler, who's been in contention so many times this season, of course a former winner of this event back in 2015. Henrik Stenson defending his title at the Open Championship next week at Royal Birkdale, and Rory McIlroy coming off the back of a miscut at the Irish Open, hoping for perfect preparation ahead of the Open next week.
I think it's fair to say I'm trying to stay patient, but it's proving difficult. It always has been for me. It always has been, because I feel like I am good enough to win these tournaments, and I've shown that before. So, and as I keep saying it, I don't feel like my game is that far away. So, to stay patient when you feel like that is sometimes quite difficult, but I feel like all I need is, if I can get a little spark this week and see a few putts go in and shoot a couple of good scores, I feel like that will build a lot of confidence, and that will ease that impatience a little bit, I guess.
If I can play the week before a major, I feel like I'm more in game mode, and if I come straight from practice, I tend to be a bit analytical and, still thinking about improving my game rather than playing. So it's very important to me to play the week before. So it's an easy choice. And then also, if you're going to play links golf, I don't think you want to come from target golf and soft conditions straight onto the links. So it's worked out very well. I've done that 2 times out of the last 4, and I finished 2nd and 1st at the Open, and the 2 times I didn't do it, I finished about 40th. So I think the results there says it all.
It's great to be able to play the week before, not far from where we're going to be playing the Open. So it just helps with getting the game ready, playing on somewhat similar conditions, because I feel like over here the ball does react differently with the conditions in the air, and then also you're hitting some different style of golf shots that you don't normally hit back in the States.
So Ricky Fowler looking to get some competitive links rounds under his belt before the 3rd major of the year next week, and also looking to win this title for the 2nd time. He's made his way over from the States with major champions Jason Duffner and Stuart Sink, and other notable Americans Patrick Reed and Matt Kuchar. The weather today is gorgeous sunshine, but rain is expected over the next few days. After all, it is Scotland. Matt, it's back to you for now.
Di, thank you very much. Let's take a look at some of the notable groupings for the Scottish Open. There you see Rory McIlroy playing alongside of Ricky Fowler and Henrik Stenson. And you'll also note that the times here are all listed in Eastern Time. So 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time is when that group will be heading off of the 10th tee. One of multiple majors that is being contested this week takes us to Caves Valley in Baltimore, Maryland for the Constellation Senior Players Championship, where Bernhard Langer will be looking to make history and win it for a 4th time. He won it in 14, in 15. Man, did he win it in record form. A 6-shot victory at the Belmont Country Club. And then in 2016, it was a birdie on the 72nd hole to win by 1 over 2. With more, we say hello to Bob Papa and Lanny Watkins.
Well, thanks, Matt. It's the 35th playing of the Constellation Senior Players and the 12th venue, Caves Valley Golf Club in Owings Mill, Maryland. There have been 4 multiple winners of this event. Arnold Palmer went back-to-back in 1984 and 85. Dave Stockton, a winner in 92 and 94. The great Raymond Floyd, a winner in 96 and 2000. And how about Bernhard Langer? Not 1, not 2, but 3 in a row as he goes for 4 in a row and his 3rd major of the year. Lanny, Bernhard Langer has already won 2 majors this year. He's got 3 wins this season. What about this golf course? How does it set up for Langer's game?
I think it sets up very well. Any major does for Bernhard. He drives it very straight. Terrific iron player. He's great around the green. He's been making a lot of putts. He's making a lot of birdies. I like that going into a major.
Let's take a look at some of the key groupings that we'll be following on Thursday. Langer playing with Brant Jobe, who was a winner earlier this year, and then you have Kenny Perry coming off his win at the U.S. Senior Open.
Yeah, you do, and I like Brant Jobe anywhere. He's playing real well, but Kenny Perry is very excited about his game coming off his win at the Senior U.S. Open. Look out for Kenny Perry. He can play any golf course.
And a couple of Hall of Famers, Colin Montgomery and Mark O'Meara playing with Scott McCarron. McCarron, 6 top 10s this year.
Yeah, he's in contention every single week, a former champion here in Mark O'Meara, and Colin's still waiting to get his game going, but you never know.
Then you have Vijay Singh, who was a runner-up to Langer at the Senior PGA. Tom Lehman has won this year, and John Daly has won this year.
Yeah, they played excellent golf, but I'm still waiting on Vijay Singh. I think he's got the game to handle this major venue. If the putter behaves, look out for Vijay. I expect him to be a big winner out here.
Yeah, Vijay won with Carlos Franco at the Bass Pro Shop Legends of Golf in a team event, still looking for his first individual win on the PGA Tour Champions, and it's 4 days. It's major season. The players are raring to go here at the Constellation Senior Players as we send it back to the studio and Matt.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. As we take a look reviewing the PGA Tour Champions majors for this year, yeah, there's the name that has been dominating. Bernhard Langer with the first 2, and you heard Bob and Laney discussing Kenny Perry and just how excited he is after his U.S. Senior Open victory. We welcome in at this time PGA Tour winner Brian Bateman. Brian, what's impressed you the most about Bernhard Langer, both with his game in general and with his chance of etching history this week?
Well, I think the most impressive thing about Bernhard Langer is that his game travels. Now, he's been playing all over the world for 40-plus years, but what I mean by travel is it doesn't matter the venue, it doesn't matter about the conditions. His game travels. He can adapt to a certain situation, especially in major championships. And what he does is he hits a lot of fairways, and when he finds fairways, he is one of the best iron players on the PGA Tour Champions. He's hitting almost 78% of his greens, Matty.
Wow.
And you can see right here, he always has such good course management. Hard wind left to right, takes it to the middle of the green, lets it feed back to the hole. Same thing here, he's in the right rough. Hard wind left to right, never tries to force a situation. Takes it to the middle of the green, obviously has done his homework, using the slope, bringing it in from left to right. But I think the most impressive thing about Bernhard is when you've won 106 times around the world, you've had your opportunities to make putts to win, and this was the putt on the 72nd hole last year to win the golf tournament. There's no question that all of the winning he has done breeds other winning, and he's just used to that situation. Very confident player. Nobody outworks him, whether it's on the golf course or in the gym, and he's a go-getter. He's a grinder, and he can shoot 19 under. He can shoot one over like he did last year.
Certainly very, very impressive indeed. Another major championship this week is a U.S. Women's Open at Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey. Early reports in this new venue for the championship are that the course will play long with a premium on accuracy. Brittany Lang is quietly set to defend her title, and Steve Burkowski is there.
The 3rd major of the year for the ladies. We have to go back to 2016 in the U.S. Women's Open Championship and how it concluded. It is mandatory viewing. Let's reset the scene from a year ago. Brittany Lang and Anna Nordquist were in a 3-hole playoff at Cordoval when high-definition video clearly showed Nordquist to touch a speck of sand with her 5-iron as she played a bunker shot to the green on the 2nd playoff hole. Anna received the news on the final playoff hole that she was in breach of Rule 13-4B and incurred a 2-stroke penalty. The end result, Brittany Lang won her first major championship, and I spoke with her earlier today as she looked back at the memories of a year ago and also shared why this major is right up her alley.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Anna's a good friend. It was very unfortunate, but it didn't take anything away from, winning the biggest tournament in women's golf. It took a long time, but I think once you keep hearing Brittany Lang major champion, I think people have a little bit more respect and a little bit more, I don't know, maybe a little bit more confidence in you that, like I said, it's one thing to win a tournament, but a major championship takes a lot. So it's just cool to hear it. I always thought I was going to win a women's open, a U.S. Open. I have a great game for it, especially now. I'm hitting it really good. I hit it long. I'm hitting it good. I hit it high, and I have more of a conservative playing style, which favors a U.S. Open, where I'm okay to hit it at center greens and be a little bit more cautious. And I think that's why I do play well in the U.S. Opens. I think some of the girls that like to go flag hunting, you find yourself in some really tough spots at a U.S. Open. So I think that helps me.
How do you think it will feel when they announce you as the defending champion here at the third major of the year?
I think the good thing is I'm at 7:40 in the morning tomorrow, so I might be a little sleepy and the juices might not be going crazy, but I'll be nervous, I'll be excited. But you know, you got to get to work out here and focus on what you're doing.
When Brittany Lang does tee it up early on Thursday morning, she'll be doing so in her 13th consecutive U.S. Women's Open. Her first start was back in 2005, and as an amateur, finished tied for second. Matt, that's one of 7 top 25 finishes Brittany Lang has at the U.S. Women's Open.
Berko, thank you very much. We're joined now by Cindy Michaels, a member of the LPGA. And Cindy, it was really a heartbreaking loss for Anna Nordqvist last year, almost the other side of the coin, if you will.
Yes, what an unfortunate turnout for Anna. You know, she had absolutely no idea that this would happen. It was not visible to the naked eye whatsoever. This year, she's put that all behind her. She actually won earlier this year in New Jersey, so maybe New Jersey will be her favorite state. As you can see here on the video, I mean, you can't even see. There it is, the 1 grain of sand. Here's the rules officials telling her on 18. It was controversial with the amount of time that the rules officials took to come out and tell her, but they were reviewing things in the booth before they wanted to come out and make sure that it was actually an infraction. She took it like a champ, did what she could, and it's unfortunate, but rules are rules.
Yeah, it was a tough year for the rules, certainly last year, and I'm not sure it's gotten so much better this year as yet. Let's take a look at some notable tee times for the U.S. Women's Open. There you see Lexi Thompson, Brooke Henderson, and Stacey Lewis starting us out early. All of these times are Eastern, and they're spread throughout. You can see major champions and their times at the U.S. Women's Open. Coming up on Golf Central, who has the edge this week at the John Deere Classic? Will it be a past winner in Silvis or a new face emerge with Sunday's trophy? Steve Stricker has accomplished the feat 3 times at TPC Deere Run. When we come back, we learn why Stricker has some company as a local favorite this week.
Golf Central is brought to you by the new Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X. Choose the best for your game. Comcast Business, built for business.